Joining us this morning. So, happy Monday. I've got my Facebook up here. I've got YouTube over here. I've got feedback in the back because of Jimmy listening and watching too. So, as you guys jump on, go ahead. Like I said, it does tell me that people join, but I've got a lot more people watching than what it'll actually show me on my end. So, say hey, drop an emoji, a heart, something like that in the comments. So, I know that you guys are there and that everything is working. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this morning. Let me see here. As always, you gotta love technology and the way that it works with things. So, alrighty. Looks like that looks good on that side. Great. Okay. So, obviously, happy Monday. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see you all again. I know that I've been off the past week and a half or so, and it's been a little rough for me. If you know me, you know that I love my classes. I love dancing. And unfortunately, I had a situation come up that took me down. And it hit me pretty hard. So it was hard not to be able to do my classes, not to be able to connect with everybody, not to be able to work. Like it was pretty rough. So what I'm going to do this morning is instead of just, dancing around and everything like that, if you guys have tuned in before, what I've been doing is doing a 90-day challenge with Jimmy. Jimmy has started his own life coaching business, and to support him in that, I joined his group with all of the people who he is, helping with life coaching and whatnot. And I joined the group, and we're doing a 90-day challenge. This is a challenge that tests your mind, body, soul, everything. It's on all kinds of different levels. We're working on our marriage. We're working on our physical state. We're working on our mental state, our spiritual state. It's been awesome. So if you are a part of that group, which I have some people on there. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Corey, Sharon, Carrie. I see all of you guys. Like I said, drop comments as you guys come in because we're actually going to make this a conversation too. So I want y'all's feedback and everything too. I've got your comments here so I can see what you're saying too. So anywho, So we've been doing this challenge, and our 90 days will be up at the end of August, which is crazy to think that we've been doing it since the end of May. I've already seen a lot of changes in my body and things like that, but it's funny because, thank you guys, I'm so happy to be back, See all the comments, welcome me back, so I appreciate it. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited for this week coming up and getting back and hopefully to the swing of things next week too, full force. But with the challenge, what I started doing was going live on Facebook. It originally started with me wanting to go live on TikTok. So if you guys aren't on TikTok and you don't follow me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok. You have to have 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok. And TikTok's platform is huge. So with Facebook, it's a lot of my close friends. It's a lot of my students. So I love that platform, but I'm trying to extend it out because my dream one day is to teach online. I want to be able to take care of my family, but I also want to be able to do something that I'm passionate about. And honestly, if you know me, you know I love dancing. If it means that it's country line dancing, if it means that it's hip hop, if it's pop, if it's Zumba I don't know what they say. I don't know a lot of different Latin languages, but I don't know what they're saying, but it's beautiful. It speaks to my soul. So I love that too. So if you know me, music moves me, literally moves me. I can't sing even if I had a 5-gallon bucket. I can't carry a tune, so that's why I dance. Jimmy does the singing. Anywho, so with all of that being said, I decided to start doing online classes when COVID obviously started. We had to take all of our classes and put them online because obviously we can't have a bunch of people in a room together. I mean, classes, when I was in Winchester, that would have never happened because we had tons of people in that room at Body Renew when it was Body Renew. So it's insane. So when we switched to COVID, it was like something switched in my head. I was like, oh my God, I've missed everyone from back home. There's people that I have in Savannah. There's people that I have out my way here in Bloomingdale in the Polar area. oh my God, I can touch all of them. I can talk to all of them. I can dance with all of them. I can instruct all of them, which means, you know, we can do one-on-ones to where you guys can learn the formats and the dances and things like that. This is great. This is going to be a great opportunity. So that's what I'm trying to do with this. So in steps of moving forward to that and growing and getting people connected and things like that all over again, I started doing classes at 7 a.m. on Mondays and Fridays. This was also part of my challenge. When Jimmy said that we needed to do something physical, he was doing a lot of walking. So I was like, that's fun, but once again, you know me, I want to be dancing. I want to be doing stuff like that. Plus, I want to be able to give back to my friends and family who've supported me in my classes as well. So what I started doing was getting up on Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. So while he was out walking with our group, I decided to start offering classes, just free classes online. There's a little bit of an issue, though, with it. With my license with Zumba and my license with pound, like we do with the drumsticks here. With those licenses, I can't put that actually out on Facebook because of the licensing. It is their choreography. It's not technically their music, but it is their choreography. So I can't freely give it to you. I have to do that in a Zoom class. So I can still offer them, but I can't go Facebook Live with them, unfortunately. And I had a lot of people reach out to me, want me to do Zumba on Facebook Live, but I couldn't do it. So I found a little bit of a alternate situation, a little bit of a way to kind of get around it, you know. So what I did is I kind of took an idea from one of my, she's a really good friend of mine. I work for her Summertime Fitness, Kristen Sumner. She was a great supporter when I moved down here to Georgia. You know, she's got her own fitness business that she's trying to open and get up on board. So if you guys don't know that either, please do look on my page, follow her as well, because I teach for her as well. I teach pound for her right now. And hopefully when we get back into the swing of things, I'll be able to offer a few more classes for them as well too. So, but we're doing classes and stuff online. Anywho, so I'm trying to circle us back around here, because I will do that. If you know anything about me, I go off on my little trails. So, but I wanted to start offering classes for that. So what I did to kind of get around the whole Zumba and pound licensing thing, even though I am still offering those classes, we just have to do it in a Zoom room instead of doing it on Facebook, was I took her dance fusion idea. Dance fusion, if you know what fusion means, fusion is a mix of things. So like if you go to like an Asian fusion restaurant, you have Japanese, you have Chinese, things like that. So that's what I decided to do, was do a dance fusion class. So that means you're going to get hip hop, you're going to get pop, you're going to get country, you're going to get all kinds of mixes of music. So I throw it all in together and boom. That's how I get to bring it to you on Facebook and through YouTube. That's how I get around that. So I make most of the choreography. I have used and collaborated with people on like YouTube and things like that to also use it as well. So what I do is I put these routines together. Some of them, if you've taken my Zumba classes before, you do know that I throw those certain ones in there, like the Ice Ice Baby and the Tricky Tricky and things like that aren't your typical Zumba music, but it makes it a little bit more fun. Obviously, it makes it feel like a club, because that's what I want you to feel, is that it's not just coming in, all eyes are on you. I want you to be able to let yourself go, take that hour for yourself. You know, this is your time just to be you, not to be the mom, not to be the teacher, not to be the wife. This is time for you to enjoy yourself and to kind of bring yourself back down to who you are and what you want to be and where you want to go in your life too. So what I started doing with the challenge, I started teaching 7 a.m. Mondays and Fridays. So that's why we're here this morning, is 7 a.m. on Monday. Typically, if this would have been before everything, you know, that's happened to me recently happened, we would have been dancing this morning and we would have been hooping and hollering and, you know, getting into it and making this a great week, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't like Mondays either. Mondays are not something that a lot of people look forward to. So that's why I wanted to offer it on Mondays, so we can get you, you know, pumped up, ready to take on that week, to get through that week. And then I offer my Zumba and pound classes too during Wednesday. That's your midweek pick me up. And then Friday mornings to kick off that weekend in the right sense of things. So, like I said, normally we would have been dancing this morning, and we will do some dancing maybe a little bit later if y'all are up to it. So give me some thumbs up. I need to see it in the comments if y'all want to do a little bit of dancing. but I won't be able to offer you the full class this morning. And I have, my reasons as to why, and I don't have a problem sharing that with you guys because it's a part of my story. We're family, right? We're family and we're friends. Most people probably wouldn't want to open up to it, but once again, too, I try not to be a fake person. I try to be open and honest with everybody that I know. I'm a very genuine person, and I speak from my heart, if you know me. So that's one of the reasons why I feel that I'm able to touch people with my dancing, is because I don't try to put myself on a pedestal, and this is not me, hyping myself up or anything. This is just genuinely me. I would do the same if it wasn't dancing and something that I'm passionate about. So just to kind of take you guys back. Oh, hey guys, I see everybody joining in. Christina, Abby, hello, good morning. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a story. I know that a lot of people haven't had the chance to probably watch all the videos that I've been putting up and all the lives that I've been doing. But so at the beginning of the month, let's take you back. So a little bit before the beginning of the month, I actually would say probably around my birthday, me and Jimmy decided that, we wanted to be parents, and we've been thinking about it for a long time, but that we really, really, really wanted to start trying. A lot of people get that wonderful surprise out of the blue that they're having a baby, and it hasn't happened for us yet. It's something that we've always wanted together, but it hasn't happened for us yet. So I was like, I want to put it in God's hands, but I want to take it a little bit more into our control. So what we decided to do on my birthday, which was a great birthday present for me this year, was that we wanted to start doing ovulation tests. So pretty much what that does is that it kind of gives you the best time to pretty much try to have a baby. Like, it gives you a good time, a good frame of a point where you can try to have a baby. A lot of times, like I said, people, they just get pregnant, boom, out of a surprise. Some people have to do a little bit more work, and we found out that we're probably going to have to be that couple to do a little bit more work, do a little bit more research. So I ordered my tests. I ordered my mommy to be books and all the things about expecting before you're expecting sort of thing. And started doing some reading, started prepping ourselves for it and everything for when we got our surprise. So we did it for a few months, and, obviously nothing's happened yet. Well, in the process of that, I was like, I want to go ahead and go to the doctor and get checked out, make sure I'm good to go, because if we do get a surprise, I don't want any other surprises to come up. Well, we went to the doctor. Everything looked good at first, and they wanted to do an ultrasound just to make sure everything not only, was good with me, but extra things were good as well. What they could see looked great, but they wanted to make sure we were good to go, because obviously you don't put yourself in that situation. So we did an ultrasound, and when they did the ultrasound, things didn't look really good. I wasn't too worried about it at first, but then when they actually looked at the ultrasound, because they couldn't read it clearly, it had come up that I had a cyst, which is very normal for women, especially women of childbearing age. So I didn't really think much of it. My mom had them, I've heard about other people having them, heard bad stories, good stories sort of thing. So I was trying not to freak out about it. So I was like, okay, cool. But it was really funny. And my story is very unique because the doctor was so impressed that I wasn't in pain, that I was able to teach classes and be energetic and be positive and bubbly and, give you guys everything that you wanted. Not only that, but I was working, 40 hours a week. I was doing overtime. I was doing heavy lifting in boxes. I normally work in receiving. So I was going through boxes and lifting stuff and swinging stuff around and things like that, So I was very, very active. Plus, like I said, we're doing this challenge. So I'm pushing myself and I'm running and I'm lifting weights and, I'm doing band work. I'm doing all this kind of stuff. Well, he was very impressed because the ultrasound showed that I had a very large cyst. He couldn't see exactly what size it was because of the way that it was, but that we definitely needed to do surgery. Surgery. Yikes. I've never had surgery before, guys. I still have my wisdom teeth. I still have my tonsils. I've never been put to sleep before. I've only had one IV before. So you can understand, as soon as he said that, what was running through my mind. Pretty crazy, right? It's pretty intense. So talked to Jimmy about it all and everything. The doctor called because, with COVID, he wasn't able to come with me. So I had to take this news all by myself. But when I touched base with Jimmy, I'm not going to lie, we broke it first. And that's normally what most people would do if in this situation, is to get upset and, feel sorry for yourself. But I also, because of going through the challenge too, was in the right mindset to understand that this is a test. Like, if I really want to be a mom, if we really want to be parents, I need to be able to make it through stuff like this. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and schedule the surgery. I tried to get them to push it back to give me a little bit of time, but because of how apparently severe it was, they were like, no, we're doing it in 2 weeks. If they could have gotten me in that next week, I would have been in that next week, but they had no openings. So the following week I was scheduled, which that was the middle of the week. So that was July 16th. So we'll speed up a little bit through the process of everything. The morning comes, I get ready for everything. Oh, thank you guys so much for the love. I see all the love coming through, all the emojis and everything like that. I love you guys too. So, when the day came, I was ready to hit it full force, go into it full Wonder Woman style. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is my path. This is my story. Let's hit this shit and go, sort of thing. So surgery went great, guys. Obviously, I'm still here. I'm still healthy. I'm still up and about and things like that. So super, super, great nurses. I have a great doctor. They took care of me very, very well. The cyst popped right off. There was no problems at all. My body, was fighting it. And that's one of the reasons why I believe we weren't getting pregnant either, because unfortunately my body was working in other places, not in the places that I wanted it to work at the moment. So I went ahead, went through the surgery, came out great. It was really weird because they put the mask on you and they tell you to start breathing. I remember 5 deep breaths, and next thing I know, this guy was offering me ice chips. It was the best feeling in the world because, you don't eat the night before. So the last thing I literally had in my stomach was water at like 11:59 the night before, because you're not supposed to eat past midnight. So so we did that, and I woke up and, got to see Jimmy, recovered really well. I was able to literally leave almost like an hour and a half after, waking up and things like that, because I was so ready to get home and start healing. So I took this past week to heal up and everything, and I had a follow-up on Friday, which when I went in for my follow-up, I was expecting everything to be good, everything good to go. Well, apparently when they went in for the surgery, they take pictures and stuff like that so you can see it too. So I don't know if you guys like Grey's Anatomy and want to hear about all that nasty stuff, but I'm going to spare you that, okay? I'm not going to show you pictures or anything like that because, yeah, it was intense to see, that's for sure. But they were able to show me the size of it, and it's crazy to believe this, that when he told me how big it was at first, I was just in shock. But when I saw the photos of it, guys, the cyst ended up being the same size as my ovaries. And I know my ladies out there know the size of their ovaries, and to know that the cyst was the same size as it is crazy. I was still teaching. I was still going to work. I was still going to the beach and swimming and working around my house. It was insane to see. But once again, boom, they were able to take it right out. There was no problems at all with it. They also said that they had saw early signs of endometriosis. And if you don't know what that is, Google it, because once again, that's a little bit more graphic too. It's just pretty much when girls have their periods, instead of it being on the inner side, it's on the outer side as well. Which it's typical, once again, for a lot of women to have, especially if your family has it. My older sister has it on my biological father's side of the family. So it's kind of the inevitable, which was also great though too, because that was great support when I called my sister to talk to my sister about it too. So once again, small blessings coming out of this. So I also had cousins on my grandmother's side, my mom's side of it too, that have had it. So it kind of hit you. So when they told me that, I was like, well, that kind of makes sense. Well, because of where it's at, they would consider it stage 4. So when my doctor told me that on Friday, I was like, oh my God, what does that mean then? Like, what does that mean? I've read my books and I've done my research, but you can only read WebMD so much before you start really freaking out. So pretty much why it's stage 4 is just because of the areas that it's in, and because of, where it's at and probably how long I've had it. So that's why they determined it that. The bright side of it, the light in this whole situation though, is that it doesn't cause infertility in most women. What it does mean is I'm going to have some pretty bad cramps, but to be honest with you, I'm already experiencing that because of everything that was already going on. So I was like, if that's all it's going to be, then I'm good. Like, as long as you're going to tell me that I can still have babies, and that's all I'm worried about at this point. But with it being as bad as it is, and us wanting to have children, Doc was like, you got to get on it now. Like, if you're going to do this, you got to do it now. So we were already in that boat. We're like, all right, we're already paddling in that way. So let's do it then. So what we're pretty much going to do is for the next 5 weeks, no heavy lifting, nothing crazy, which that doesn't mean I don't get to dance for 5 weeks. It just means I have to take it easy. So don't forget. So for the next 5 weeks, I have to take it a little bit more easier at work. I can't be throwing boxes around and going up ladders and twisting and turning and everything like that, which is kind of funny because I was already doing that stuff beforehand, but I want my body to heal and I want it to be healthy and happy, not only for me, myself, but for my soon-to-be family. You know, I want to be around for my family. I want to have babies. You know, I want to take care of myself. So that's the direction that we're moving in. So with my story and everything like that, it kind of gives you an opportunity to see where I'm coming from and where I'm going to, you know, where this is obviously going to take me to. I'm not giving up on these classes. I will not give up on these classes. The more people that I get to pull into this chain and to be able to dance with you is not going to stop, because that's what I want. That's, like I said earlier, that's my dream. That's what I want to do. I need y'all's support. So share it with your friends, share it with your family. If you see me pop up in the mornings, even if you can't dance with me, hop on there, hit me with some love real quick so I know that you guys are there. You know, you don't have to necessarily jump in the class to support me now. You guys can literally do what we're doing right now. Chat with me. Tell me what songs you like. You know, if the music's hyping you up and you're getting ready and taking a shower in the morning, that's the kind of stuff that I want too. So don't think that if you can't dance that you can't support me, because you can. So I appreciate it. And, you know, I look forward to seeing all those people too, even if you aren't able to dance with me. So, but moving forward with things. So what I want to do is I not only want to add more classes, but we're going to obviously still do our 7 a.m.s on Mondays and Fridays. That's going to be the free class that I offered. That's going to be the Dance Fusion. I've already got some new choreography in play, but because of my appointment on Friday, my doctor suggested that I take this next week off too, just because, once again, my body is healing, but he wants me pretty much almost 100% before I throw myself back into classes, because, you know, I did tell him it was a pretty important thing to me too. So he said, you know, take another week or so, give yourself another few weeks to get your body back together and everything. I've been walking. That helps with the, you know, the recovery stance and everything. So that's a good thing. But me jumping around, hooping and hollering, throwing myself all over the place, you guys know how I go. You guys know how I do. So doing that kind of stuff is probably not going to be the best thing for me for probably the next week or so. So I'm hoping by the end of this week, so we'll do this again on Friday. So by the end of this week, that I'll be a little bit more up and going. So Friday's class will still kind of be up in the air as of right now. It's going to probably be maybe this, but if I'm feeling a little bit better, I might be able to surprise you guys. That's something that I'll throw out Thursday evening to let you guys know, so you guys know to either show up in like your sweats or just show up in your workout sweats, so you guys know that we're going to be dancing. So I'll give you that heads up on Thursday evening for Friday morning. If not, still join me Friday morning at 7 a.m. We can, like I said, we can chit chat, we can throw some ideas around, because I'm going to ask you guys for some feedback at the end of this video too. So that'll be how I can loop that back around, and we can talk about that as well. So, but moving forward with classes and getting back into the swing of things, and after this coming Friday, hopefully next Monday, we are back into Dance Fusion Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time for all of these folks that I've got out on the West Coast, and even people that I've got in other countries and things like that that are following me. So, you know, that's what time we're going to do it on Mondays and Fridays. That's going to be Dance Fusion. So that's going to be, like I said, the hip hop, the pop. I throw a little bit of country in there occasionally too, but that's going to be your class where we mix the music up. It's not going to be like Zumba, where it's Latin-based music. That one, like I said, is on Wednesday evenings. It's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be my stuff, what club stuff where, you're going to hear those songs. It's your up-to-date hits. It's your TikTok dances that you're seeing everybody doing. It's all of those. So it's a fun class. It's even a fun, like I said, it's even a fun class just to listen to. Just because of the music, not even because I'm running, jumping around and hooping and hollering and being crazy, and that's just entertaining in itself. So, it's all of that kind of stuff. That's what Dance Fusion is, if you guys haven't taken it yet or you want to know what it is. So, we will do those. I still will have Zumba on Wednesdays, and that is the Latin-based music. That is your typical buchacha. That is your salsa. That's your reggaeton. That's all of those. It's a fun class, too. The only thing with that is I can't go live with that because they will snatch. Pull that shit down so fast. They have done it to me before. I've tried it before. I tried it when I first moved to Georgia because I had a lot of people asking me to be able to do this kind of stuff, and they pulled that shit down real quick. They did not hesitate at all. They were like, coming for you. They weren't having that, which is understandable. Same thing with Pound. They are the same way. They have licensing. I've signed, contracts with them that I will use their stuff and use their things. But once again, can't do it on Facebook. Got to do it on Zoom because it's private, that people need access to it. So that's also Wednesday nights too. That's also the one that I offer for Summertime Fitness, which not this week, obviously, because I'm taking one more week off. But next week, we'll actually be able to come together. We'll actually see each other. We won't have to wear masks and we'll actually be out in the gazebo again, be able to do it outside for a while. Normally, when we do that class, we have our kind of like a private gym that we get to do it in. But unfortunately, with COVID, they've shut it down. They're not letting anybody use that. So Kristen, as great as she is, has found another place that we can go to have that class in person. But that means just because you're not here that you can't be here. I'm going to take my laptop. I'm still going to live stream it. So if you're not here in Georgia or you can't make it that night and you are in Georgia, you can always do it from home still too, because I'll have my computer there and I'll take my tablet and everything and be able to still set it up. But it'll just be a change of scenery. Instead of it being here in my office, we're actually going to be outside. You'll be able to enjoy the beautiful clouds and palm trees. And it'll be like you guys are just there with us. But that's on Wednesdays. Again, that's Zoom. If you need the codes for it, it's the same code every time. I don't have to send it to you again and again. I give you one code. Save that sucker on your desktop. Click on it when it's time to start pounding. Grab your sticks. I'm even offering too. I've got a bunch of these that I'm not using right now too. So if you guys need sticks, let me know too. Or if you want to order your own too, because it's a great class too. And once again, I'll get into the breakdown of the classes a little bit later too. It's a great class to take too, especially if you want more strength training. Instead of just doing cardio, which is dancing, you just moving your body and keeping your heart rate up. That's actually going to work a little bit more of, your body too when we do that. But that will be Wednesdays as well. So Zumba's at 5:30, Pound is at 6:30. So we literally do those back to back too. So if you want to get a little bit of cardio in beforehand, then you can hit your strength training afterwards. We can do that too. So those are the classes that I offer now. We've got Dance Fusion, once again, Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. And then we have Zumba and Pound. That's going to be at 5:30 and 6:30 on Wednesdays. So this is where I'm going to open the floor up for everybody. So if you guys are still watching, it looks like I still got a good crew in here. So this is where I need y'all's feedback. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this morning too and get everybody on here. So I can see your comments here. So I need you guys to kind of hit me with some comments. I need to know, do you guys want more classes? And of course, everybody's going to say yes. Give me a thumbs up if you want more classes, because everybody always wants more classes, okay? So yeah, there we go. I see the thumbs coming through. What classes do you want more of, though, is what I need to know. I need to know what time. So comments below. Come on, hit me up. I know if you guys are driving to work, you can't do it, but you can give me some hearts and love so I know that you guys are there. What times are we looking for, guys? Because I can get up early. I can stay late and do later classes if you guys want to put the kiddos in bed and do like a 9 o'clock class, in the evenings or something like that. If we've got to get up super early in the mornings and do like a 5:30, that kind of makes me crazy just to think about it. But that's what I'll do for you guys, because this is what I want to do for you guys, is to give you guys what you want. So do we want earlier classes? Do we want more Zumba classes? Do you guys not, dance fusion's fun, but I like the Latin music better. I love being able to do the hip work and things like that. Is that what you want? Do you guys want more pound classes? I'm only offering one of those classes. What classes do you guys want? So as you guys put your input down in the comments, let me know. My comments are over here and everything like that. So let me know what times work best for you and what classes you want, because I've got some ideas for you too. So like I said, make sure you guys are commenting. You guys are saying, hey, you guys are giving me times. Amanda, okay, cool. 7 a.m. works great because she works nights. Perfect. We can keep those 7 a.m.s going. Now, do you guys want to do maybe like 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, but we switch it up? I can do some strength training classes if you guys want to do some weights. That's something that I'm kind of looking into, is being able to put, once again, kind of like if you guys have ever taken a Les Mills body pump, what they do is they use like barbells, they use, hand weights and things like that, but they put it to music, so it's choreographed, kind of like how Zumba and, pound is. Is that something you guys are looking for, that you guys need that? Do you guys want band classes where you take the bands, those big rubber band looking like things, and you guys do resistance training where, you're not lifting heavy weights, but you've got a little bit of friction? I can put some stuff like that together too, and we can throw that up on, a morning or evening for you guys. One thing that I've really been wanting to do, and Sharon, if you're still on here, Sharon knows my passion about line dancing, especially country line dancing. A lot of people don't want to move fast. A lot of people see me and they're like, holy shit, Sabrina, calm down. Like you're moving real quick. Your feet are real fast. Do you guys want something a little bit slower? Because with country line dancing, it can be slower, it can be fast. And that's music that's a whole nother genre of music that people don't get to listen to when they go to work out. A lot of people want to hear that rock, and they want to hear that hip hop where that beat drops and it gets them pumped up. But some people don't. Some people just want to hear good music, So is that something that you guys want? Do you guys want to do line dancing? Because I know that Miss Sharon can testify. When we used to dance at Rainbow Road, I don't know if you guys are Patsy Cline fans, but that's where Patsy Cline used to sing. It's close to my hometown. When we used to go to Rainbow Road, we'd be sweating by the end of that hour in our cowboy boots, boy, because we would dance every single song, and it's a workout. You're not throwing your arms everywhere, your legs and kicking and stuff like that, but you sweat. So that's something that could be, a beginner's class. What do you guys think about that? Would you guys want something like that, where we just do strictly line dances? If you guys have taken my class before, Tricky by Lou Bega, that everybody loves, that's from my line dancing days. I took that from my line dancing days and loved that so much that I added it into my classes because everybody loved it. So do you guys want something like that? Okay, come on, y'all. I don't be shy, guys. Come on. I need the comments. I need to know how y'all are feeling. I got over a dozen people in here, so don't be shy to tell me what you want. I'm asking you what you want so I can give you what you want, okay? Don't be shy at all, okay? So those are things that I'm looking to do. So like I said, I want to do a breakdown of the classes. So if you're like, well, I don't even know what everything is yet either, so how can I tell you what I want? Well, let me do a rundown of everything again. I've already kind of explained dance fusion, that, it's a mix of different types of music. So what dance fusion, though, is, too, it's choreographed, which with choreographed, that might sound a little intimidating, but choreographed means that it's the same thing each time. And that's one thing that when I started teaching classes that a lot of instructors weren't doing. They were just, you kind of go in and they just start doing random stuff. But this is actually steps that you do over and over and over again. There's a rhythm, there's a pattern to it. If you can count to 4, because we normally do it in 8 counts, if you can count to 4, I swear to you, you can take any of these classes, because it's just a beat. It's just a beat, a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's easy, I promise. I remember how it was. I had a great story of starting my fitness journey and being the person in the back of the class. Technically, the first time I took the class, I was right behind the instructor because I wanted to see her full body, so I knew what to do. She go right, I go left. She go up, I go back. I was all over the floor. I was messing people up, but the entire time I was smiling. like the entire time, and I wanted to go back. Like, I was like, I don't care if I made an ass of myself. I want to go back. It was so much fun. So don't think that. This is your opportunity to be baby in the corner, be the one that's in the back of the class, learning everything, because nobody can see you if you don't want them to see you. If you take one of the Zoom calls with me, you cannot show yourself on the screen. So if you are just getting into the beginning of things, it's a great opportunity for you to do it, because guess what? Nobody can see you making the mistakes. Just saying. So, Dance Fusion, like I said, if you can count to 4, you can do it. Same thing with Zumba. It's the same thing. It's going to be the same steps over and over again. Same thing with Pound. It's going to be the same things over and over again. We give you sections. We give you chunks. We give you these little parts that you're going to do over and over again for the songs. And I'm not one to want to change my choreography up every 2 to 3 weeks. I give you guys like 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks to get used to the stuff. I want you to get confident in it, and then I want you to get bored. So when you do have those new songs come up, I do throw those new ones in there for you. You're like, oh shit, here we go again. I want you to do that, because that's how you grow. That's how you get better. So that's how all those classes are. Most of my classes are choreographed. It would be the same thing with the line dances. The line dances are actually going to be better because you literally do the same steps over and over and over and over again. So that would be a good one for beginners, and the thing that's really great about that is that I have a wonderful husband that used to line dance with me and do couples dances. What? You might actually be able to get your spouse in on this, to get your husband or your wife or even your kids to be able to come and dance with you. I can show you guys that stuff too. With that too, we can also do it to where we break it down even further. And I know I've offered this to some of my folks in our group that we've been doing, our challenge group, of doing like a breakdown class. Because I put videos up on YouTube of the dances, and I put some of the songs that I've done up there so people can go back and they can kind of start it, pause it when they want to be able to learn the dances and learn the steps. Because sometimes, especially on here, the feedback and you can't see, and my tablet's got a great camera on it, but my computer doesn't, but my computer is the one that's better at live streaming. There's all kinds of different parts to this. So if you're having problems picking up the steps, let's do a one-on-one if you want to, if you need a little bit more attention, or let's do a breakdown class. Do you guys want breakdown classes? If so, like I said, comments. Breakdown classes, yeah. Give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, put it in the comments if that's what you guys want. What we can do with that is we can literally go over a song. Sabrina, I love the Lou Bega song. Sabrina, I love the Savage song. Woo! Nasty, ratchet. I love that song, but your feet move so fast, or I get a little bit of feedback when I'm watching you on my, my tablet or my phone. I can't see your feet all the time. Can you break those down for me? Can you walk me through those? Absolutely. I'm here to do that for you. Just let me know which ones you want. If it's, like I said, if you're a little shy, excuse me, let me get some water. I have the Invisalign, the Smile Directs in now to fix my smile. So I sound like I'm in the 3rd grade again. Like I've got a lisp, and my mouth gets dry a lot too. So water is always key. But if you're one of those people where you don't want to do it with a big class, you want a little bit more one-on-one, we can do that too. I can show you how to move your feet. Then you can practice it on your own at home, and then take the classes if you want to. And then you can just jump right in there with everyone. That was something that I would have loved. That's why I want to bring it to you guys, because when I was first getting started, that was the discouraging part of it all, taking the classes, was that I was like, oh, well, everybody's in sync with each other. They look like a flash mob. Like, I don't look like I know what I'm doing at all. Like, is this something that everybody already knows and I'm just late to the party? Literally, late to the party, don't know what's going on sort of thing? It's not. That's something that I want to kind of change with the industry of it, is that everybody comes to the classes and it's almost like you have to learn on your own. You throw yourself into it and you try to pick it up yourself, and you just go week after week after week after week, and slowly but surely as you're playing the songs, you learn it. But guess what? As soon as you get it, and you got it down pat, and you get to put a little bit more of your swag into it, they change the damn list. They change the song, and you're like, I just learned it. Well, this is a way to kind of speed that process up. I can show you the steps. I do try to do cueing. I do try to yell left and right, but once again, that doesn't work for everybody. Some people you physically have to take by the hand and pull them in and say, hey, right foot out, right foot up. Left foot out, left foot up. And that's okay. Like I said, that's why I want to offer it, because I was that person. Because I'm going to tell you what, if they would have offered that stuff for Zumba, I would have been a whole lot better off at the beginning of it. Yes, it made me who I am today, and I appreciate those challenges. But once again, I'm taking that challenge that I had personally and trying to make it better for my students and for the people who want to take my classes and the people who want to do better and grow and be not only healthier in their mind, body, and spirit, but just be good in general. We're at a point now that it's like, if you're good at something, you don't want to share it with people. I'm good at that. I want to share it with people. I want to build people up. I want people that if they've always thought about being a dancer. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a ballerina. One day I will take a bar class, because that's going to be probably the closest thing that I can get to, and eventually, hopefully, get certified in it too. But I always wanted to be a ballerina, but I was always scared. And then, when I took that Zumba class, I was so scared. The first one, I was so scared. I was so nervous. But I was like, I got to throw myself into this. If I would have had somebody there, which I did, I had a few people that were like, hey, listen. And they're like, literally, and this is one of the reasons, if you guys have ever taken my classes, it's also one of the reasons why Jimmy started coming to the classes. Not only because he loved me and he supported me, and he liked dancing too. We all saw him hooping and hollering and doing the boy version instead of doing the hips. He pumped. He wasn't doing that. But that's also why he came to my classes too, because he would see me and other people. I don't know what I'm doing with my feet. Well, if I'm instructing the class and trying to keep everybody on point and keep them going and keep them hyped up, there's few that were falling between the cracks that were like, what is she doing? I can't see. Jimmy would be my second set of eyes. He would see those people and walk over and be like, hey, here, let's slow it down just a little bit. Just because she's hopping, don't hop right away. Do it this way. And that's what I'll get to do then. I'll get to be that Jimmy in a sense. I'll be able to take those people that are like, I can't jump. My knees are bad. My back is bad. I'll be able to make it a little bit more of a modification for you, so that where you can still keep up. You can still move just as fast, but instead of kicking, you're stepping. Instead of jumping, you're holding still. Instead of doing legs, you'll do arms instead. If your legs won't move as fast, you can still get a workout by just moving your arms. There's all kinds of different opportunities that we can do with this. And that's what I want to do with breaking the classes down. In a sense, I feel like that's my superpower, is to be able to break it down for you, to show it to you, to be able to do, not necessarily one-on-ones. We could do it in groups too, We could put it together where we put a Facebook group together and we set up just times when everybody's available too. So it's whatever you guys want. So what I'm going to do now, right before we wrap this all up, because I am going to jump off about 8 a.m. I am going to go do my walk with my hubby, because we're still trying to stay active. So let's look here and see. Like I said, guys, hit your comments down right now. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm going to run through them real quick as we wrap things up this morning. So let's see who's all on here still. All right, I got all kinds of people. I'm so happy to see all of you guys. It's been so lonely. I'm so lonely. I love being able to dance with you guys. I look forward to it. And when this all hit, I was just like, oh, way to get me, right? Okay, so let's see here. Amanda says that 7 a.m. works great for her because she works nights. We're on it. 7 a.m.s, especially Mondays and Fridays, Dance Fusion. Beth wants another pound class and another Zumba class. Great, Beth. Let's see. Did you put what times or days would work for you? Let's look through the rest. Amanda says that Dance Fusion so far is all she's done, and she's slowly learning the moves. You do have rhythm, don't you dare say that, but she's down to learn new stuff too. That's great. Strength training would be awesome too, so I'm assuming that's the one with the weights, right, Beth? Cool. We can definitely look in. I can definitely try to throw some stuff together. let's see here. Okay, so Amanda's done like crunches and push-ups and squats and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking for the strength training class. We'll do simple workouts that you can do at home. Just push-ups, crunches. We'll do some where we do some weights and things like that. Let's see. So doing the dance slow is better. So, I mean, yeah, absolutely. So I can try to see. I've got some slower songs. I know a lot of people are like, Sabrina, all your stuff's really fast. But I do have slower songs too. You know, one of my favorite ones that I put together here in the past few years was Santa Rita. That's a Zumba song, but I normally use that as one of the cool down songs, so I can start throwing that into Dance Fusion. We've been doing that one for the past few weeks for Dance Fusion. All right, Beth's up for anything. Beth's always up for anything. Y'all, Beth's great. She's awesome. She is so awesome. We need time to learn. That's perfect. Yep, we got those. Great, great, great. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Okay, great. So it looks like everybody's pretty excited, pretty much wants all of that. That sounds good. Cool, cool, cool. I want to make sure that all of this stuff is good too. Cool. So then that's what I'll look to do then. It looks like 5:30 and 6:30. Those are going to be good times with my schedule right now, with my work schedule. With COVID right now, my schedule is 11 to 7 pretty much during the day. So the only time that I can do the 5:30 and 6:30, unfortunately, because this was something that I already had set up before I took my position at this job, is Wednesday nights. So Wednesday nights is a definite. If that means, though, 5:30 and 6:30 works good for you guys, could we maybe do that on Saturdays or Sundays? Or if I do have to work those particular days, we do it on off days, and I let you guys know when we can offer them. I would personally like to be able, just because consistency is great. Everybody wants consistency. It's good to have a schedule for yourself. What I would like to see us do is maybe pick a day, and then I can talk to them to see if it's something they can work around with my work schedule. If not, could we possibly do something earlier or later? So I want to know what works for you guys so I can try to work it into my schedule, but we may have to tweak it just a little bit too, depending on what times it is. The early classes are great because I get up early anyway now, because I get up and prime myself, get myself ready for the day, and, you know, jump right into my workout. So if you guys would want to do 7 a.m.s Monday through Friday, that would be great. If we want to do them late, so I normally get home probably around, I would say between quarter till 8 o'clock. So if you guys want to do 8 o'clock classes, that would be good too. What I think I'll do, and you guys, like I said, you guys can let me know in the comments below once you see this. And this is for people too. If you guys aren't live with me right now, that's okay too. Replay this over again. Like I said, I'll have it on YouTube too, because I'm recording over here on YouTube too. So if you're watching me on YouTube too, you can comment below later on. I'll go back through and get the notifications for the comments and stuff like that if we want to do them later during the week too.